To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joseph Spidey Parker. Get this, Joseph Parker responds to Deontay Wilder's jet lag excuse over loss, okay? And this is what the New Zealander had to say. He said, every fighter has to go through different things in camp. Before the white camp, we locked in the fight. Then I flew 17 hours to Dubai, a 3-hour wait, then 8 hours to Ireland to start my training camp. I was jet lagged for a week. It's what a fighter goes through. Good or not, it is what it is. It's all a part of trying to prepare for a fight. I'm not sure where he's coming from. He did travel back and forth. We had to do the promotion. There was a lot of time traveling. When I traveled to Saudi Arabia for the fight, jet lag is a real thing. But as a professional fighter and the team around you, you have to make the right decision about when you have to be there and allow yourself the time to adjust and get used to the time zone and wherever you're fighting. Those are the words of Joseph Spidey Parker. And let me counterpunch. First of all, I remember when Wilder mentioned, well, most of those fighters are not from America and you know, they were already in Europe or they were already in, you know, another part, so they're a lot closer. Well, Joseph Parker, that don't apply to Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker stays in New Zealand. You know, and I think a lot of people that don't normally, and Wilder should know this because, I mean, it's not like he's never been out of the country before. I think geographically, he's off because he doesn't understand, like, okay, he's thinking about England and, oh, well, England and Saudi Arabia and whatever. But, you know, New Zealand is very, very far away. Okay. You know, if Saudi Arabia is here, New Zealand is like around the back part of Australia, the down under. So that's a long time. Okay. That is a very long time. And for Wilder to say that, that's just like saying, well, hey, you know, I was jet lagged and this, that, and the other. You know, it's like, I get it. Jet lag is a real thing. I know that personally. I travel a lot. So when I do go somewhere and I'm flying all day long, the next day I'm going to be drained. That's why when I do fly, I like to make all the content, you know, for my audience, for you guys, because I know that I'm going to be tired, okay? And I'm going to want some sleep. And I know I'm going to be tired, and it's a real thing. You know, you're up in the air, you're down, you're changing planes, you're getting luggage, you're getting taxis, you're going to the hotel, you're going wherever you're going. You know, look, traveling takes energy. Okay, jet lag is real. So for Deontay Wilder to blame it on that simply because, well, my fighter was a lot closer than me. Well, no, Parker really wasn't. He had to do the same thing you had to do. But see, here's the kicker. He knew when the team should come over. Or should I say, the team knew, hey, when should we come to Saudi Arabia or wherever we're going to fight to be prepared, okay, for the jet lag when it comes, because it's coming. You know what I mean? And then, like I told people, when Wilder mentioned that jet lag excuse and he was like, well, we have it different from them. Okay, well, if that's the case, your team should have been prepared for that. So you got to blame your team, because if you didn't know, they should have knew. Period. So you're sitting here saying, oh, well, man, it's because of jet lag. I felt bad. Well, you know, for one, you know, I know you didn't want people to know you were jet lagged because that's not a good thing. So I can understand you not doing it. But at the same time, you wanted to lie about it. See, it's different not to say what's going on with you versus just to lie about it. You know what I mean? Because if no one asks you about what's going on, there's not necessarily a lie, because it's really no one's business to know what's going on with you in your camp. That's just professional. That's just being smart. But when you say, oh, I did so many rounds, I did sparring, we did 17 rounds and 20 rounds and 30 rounds, and you're saying all this like you got all this energy, and really the underlying was, hey, I'm jet lagged and I don't feel all that good. You know what I mean? And then when you got your ass whooped by Parker, what happened with that was hey, this is what happened. I didn't feel good. I was in a cryo chamber. You know what I mean? Remember that one? That was the first thing that came out. And it had nothing to do with jet lag. It had nothing to do with being in planes or traveling a long time. So, yeah, I think Parker, is really calmly saying something like, I don't know where he's getting at. I don't know where he's coming from because, yeah, that's the real thing. So that means your team they have to hold some kind of a claim or blame for that. They got to be held accountable for the things that they do. But to say, oh, man, it's just, man, it is what it is and throw caution to the wind. No, that means you need to prepare better the next time you're going to fight in another country. Because a lot of people do this. A lot of people come out maybe 2 weeks before because they know, okay, we have to adjust. We have to acclimate to the temperature, the climate. Okay, all that's real. That's just like, okay, him saying I was jet lagged. And because I was jet lagged, I was tired. That's just like him saying, well, you know what? I went to another climate and, I didn't produce enough, red blood cells in my body like I normally do because I live up north and I went down south where it's humid. I couldn't breathe like I wanted to, so I couldn't perform or train. That's like saying that because it's like, okay, well, you have to go from one place to another place and then prepare yourself to wait for the acclimation to happen because our bodies are beautiful. They're made beautifully. Thank you. But they are made to adjust. Okay. And he didn't take enough time to adjust based on how he explained it. He flew in, pretty much was there maybe 4 days. Okay. And he was still jet lagged and he got beat. That's what he's saying. And Joseph Parker saying like, okay, yeah, that's your trainer's fault. That's your team's fault because we already know, because we travel a lot to know when to come over to be prepared for the jet lag. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Joseph Parker responding to Deontay Wilder's excuse that it was jet lag on the reason why he was defeated by the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.